Namaskar. Welcome to Teaching Mantra. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret the messages in the communication process. Improper listening is often misunderstood. So, listening plays a very important role in the communication process. A teacher can be a good speaker and writer, but he should also be a good listener as well. It can lead to better satisfaction with fewer mistakes and increased sharing of information, which can lead to more innovative work. So, today our lesson is active listening skills. You might have often heard teachers saying, "Students, listen to me carefully," not "hear me, students," because there is a difference between the two words. So, let's understand the two words. Hearing. It is the sound that enters your ears and it happens automatically. On the other hand, listening requires focus, concentration. It not only means paying attention but how it is told. The use of language, stimulus variation, that is, the gestures and the body language, and most importantly, verbal and non verbal messages. Now, let's take an example. The two teachers say the same sentence with different tone and expressions. The first teacher says, "Please keep this book on the table." Another teacher says, with frowning expressions, "Please keep this book on the table." So, this shows how the two sentences, by different tones and body language, puts impact on the listener. Now, what is the difference between hearing and listening? Hearing is simply the act of perceiving sound by the ear. If you are not hearing impaired, hearing simply happens. However, listening is something you consciously choose to do. Listening requires concentration so that your brain processes the meaning from the words and sentences. Listening leads to learning. Now, active listening skills has mainly 6 components. First is hearing, that is receiving the sound. Second is attending, that is conscious and unconscious process of focusing. Third, interpreting the symbols or the graphics given by the speaker. Fourth, evaluating, deciding the value of information received. Fifth, remembering, and lastly, responding, that is feedback to the source or feedback to other receivers. Active listening skills are of two types: verbal active listening skills and non-verbal active listening skills. Now, verbal active listening skills. It involves hearing content, display empathy, that is, the speaker understand that you are able to recognize the content and the emotions. Paraphrase, that is summarizing, questioning, short verbal affirmations like yes, true, I agree, absolutely correct. Sharing similar experiences and recalling the previously shared information. Non-verbal active listening skills. It includes the eye contact between the speaker and the listener. The listener should show interest, nodding head, facial expressions by which the listener can make the speaker know that whether he is understanding the content or not. Avoid distraction and disturbance. The listener should be ready with the pen and paper. How to make listening effective? Effective listening requires an understanding. It is not just the speaker's responsibility to make sure that he or she is understood. The listener has a major role to play in the hearing and complete the message. The following ideas will assist the listener in understanding the messages. First is stop talking. You cannot listen when you are talking. You will only be thinking about what you are going to say next instead of paying attention to what the other person is trying to say. Consciously focus your attention on the speaker. Next is remove distractions. Put the speaker at the ease, relax, smile, look at the speaker and help that the person feel free to talk. Look and act interested. Stop what you are doing and pay attention to the words of the speaker. Next is pay attention to the non-verbal language, that is physical gestures, facial expressions, tone of voice and body posture. These often reveal the key feeling behind the words. Next is do not assume. A good listener does not assume, but they understand the other person. So try to know exactly what the other person is saying. A listener should not express his views until he has summarized the speaker's message to his satisfaction. Next is listen to understand. Try to avoid arguing mentally. It interferes with attentive listening. Listen only to understand and do not oppose. Next, the tone of voice. Concentrate on hidden emotional meanings and the real feelings behind the words. What the tone of voice saying? What does the emphasis on certain words mean? Notice how the meaning of the following question is changed when you change the emphasis from one word to the next. Next is be patient while listening. Don't interrupt the speaker. This is disrespectful and suggests you want to talk instead of listening. Allow plenty of time for the speaker to convey ideas and the meaning. Be courteous and give the speaker adequate time to present the full message. Next is keep calm and don't argue. Listen and try to understand. Try to keep your emotions from interfering with your listening efficiency. Next is empathize with the speaker. Try to walk in the other's moccasins so you can feel what the person is feeling and understand the point of view the speaker is trying to convey. Last but not the least, don't ask excessive questions. It might divert the content, and the listener, instead of listening properly, involves himself in speaking. There are some barriers to listening. Listening is not easy, and there are a number of obstacles that stand in the way of effective listening, both within and outside the workplace. These barriers are physiological barriers. Some people may have genuine hearing problems of deficiencies that prevent them from listening properly. And some people may have problem in processing the information or retaining information in the memory. Next is physical barriers. These refer to the distraction or disturbance in the environment. Another one is attitudinal barriers. When the listener is of the belief that he has more knowledge than the speaker, or that there is nothing new to learn from the speaker's idea. This leads to poor listening. Wrong assumptions. Sometimes the listener sets wrong assumptions about the speaker. The success of the communication depends on both the sender and the receiver. Next is cultural barriers. Accents can be a barrier to listening since they interfere with the ability to understand the meaning of the words that are pronounced differently. Next is gender barriers. Communication research has shown that gender can be a barrier to listening. Women are more likely to listen for the emotions behind the speaker's word when the men listen for the facts and the content. Next is lack of training. Listening is not an inborn skill. People are not born good listeners. It is developed through practice and training. Next is bad listening habits. Most people are average listeners who have developed poor listening habits that acts as the barriers to listening. Some people have the habit of showing fake attention or try to look like a listeners in order to impress the speaker and to assure him that they are paying attention. Next is the language barrier. When the speaker uses some language which the listener does not know, act as a great barrier in the communication process. There are some benefits of effective listening. It helps in resolving the problems, it improves the understanding of the listener, it enhances the productivity of the listener, it improves the relations, it avoids conflicts between the knowledge and the misconception, it helps in giving the appropriate feedback, it adds to the image and personality, it helps in the decision making. Listening is the important skill that allows us to receive, understand, and evaluate the information that is communicated to us. So, I hope that the points which are explained today will definitely help you in increasing your listening skills.